We are live!
Liveness.
Yes. And today is the 12th of September. And it's a Wednesday. And we're here with Faith, Joseph,
Hello.
and Ryder. Yeah. So, and we're here with Mike Ono.
And Mike. And Mike is here too. Yeah.
I was spying on the fact that you guys had a pairing session this morning on RFM, maybe, that we're going to hear about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cool. So I guess I'll go first since I was the first one in. Things are really good. Things are progressing in the sprint. We are getting past blockers and we are having fun and we are learning lots and we are taking steps forward, I think. I feel like. So yeah, that's really cool. And yeah, I guess my parents-in-law were in town and they've left now. So now I'm 100% focused on coding and also getting closer to my first speaking event that I'm getting more and more nervous about every day. And yeah, I have a friend who has some experience speaking and has offered to help me to rehearse. And that's reminded me that I haven't even started really thinking about what to say. And so I think when Sam goes to bed, I'm going to try to start thinking about that and getting something written down, because I don't know, on the one hand, I feel like I could talk for 40 minutes about the color of my favorite color pen. And on the other hand, I feel like 40 minutes is a long time to talk. So yeah, gonna do that. So nothing, that's not really blocking me, but it's making me more nervous every time I think about it. And then, yeah, today we are going to keep sprinting. And after that, I don't know, I might miss the RFM meeting for the first time since I joined, actively joined AV. Although, I don't know, potentially could still go. But yeah, that's me. And Faith was the next one in. Faith.
Oh, I think we lost. I think she's having connection trouble.
Oh, okay. Joseph. Sam.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
I don't remember. Sorry, I don't know who came in next. But Sam, since you're not muted, maybe you could go.
Yeah,
Joseph, please go first.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I was working on the wiki education project. I managed to raise my PR with the work in progress title, but apparently there was the build failed on Circle CI. Is it fancy? So I can't run the tests locally, or I don't know why that's also, I think that's also affecting Circle CI, because maybe they expect you to have a snapshot of your test, maybe. So when I try to run the test locally, there's an error, a Phantom JS crashed, and I haven't been able to solve that. So I jumped on another call to sync with Mike on the RFM website to change the wording on the modal on the ticket that we are on, the issue that we are working on. I let Mike talk more on that. So Sam can go next.
Thanks. Cool. Good. Thanks for the update, Joseph. Yeah. So what's happened? Yeah. Well, as Matt mentions, we started to break through some blockers yesterday. We got the Apache running on the clone of the staging server, and so we went ahead and started cloning the production server. This is for the NHS Wiki, which I hope we can stand up some, try the manual upgrade in place today. Yeah, it sounds like Matt made more progress since I finished yesterday. I came in this morning and reviewing some interesting feedback from the London Ruby Users Group about VCR files, things to think about for several of our projects. It seems to have been bits and pieces of admin this morning. I'm trying to get set up with got US credit cards. I have gone ahead and sponsored the Soft Skills audio podcast to try and mention the Agile Ventures name. And also set up a WooCommerce subscription for a private client. It's interesting learning about that, all part of the WordPress ecosystem. Do I have... Blocks are just like money, and not just like in the not having enough of it, because it would be great to have more. It's just moving money around is like, gosh, all this, like these different countries and currencies, and the people expect you to pay extra stuff. It's we need to deal with that. I have just tried to send some money to what's his name, Robert in Germany with TransferWise, and it looks like that might have worked and not been too horrendously expensive. So that's a step in the right direction. Anyway, I hope. So I don't feel like I achieved very much this morning, but it was lots of admin bits and pieces, and I'm kind of looking forward to getting back into the sprint with Matt on the NHS stuff. That's me. Have we got anything else going on? I've got the Elixir mob coming up. Yeah, that's about the size of it.
Cool. Thank you. And Mike. Ah, really? And then what happened? Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Mike.
Hey. Yeah, I'm gonna be brief. I think we were just working with Joseph on the RFM task to change the text on the model window, and we were kind of trying to figure out how to center the text. That's where we are at, and I think I got some few distractions here at home, so I wasn't 100% on it. And and what else have I checked on? Yeah, I also was just checking on the Met Plus the Met Plus Docker.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I didn't do anything on it because I thought it was better for us to do it together. But yeah, I just went through that again to see like what's and since the local support one seems to have picked on, I think we can dive into Met Plus again sometime.
Yep. I mean, for me, I think priority is to try to test to make sure that local support is actually working on Windows. But
on Windows.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't mean we can't jump into Met Plus as well. Yeah, I guess like if you remember the Met Plus, we kind of got the Rails side sorted out, except for that it's failing the build because of the semaphore settings for the Ruby version, which I now understand a little bit better because of having done stuff on website 1 with semaphore. So potentially it would be just to request access to change the settings on semaphore from either Sam or João, whoever can give us access to that, and then hopefully that will just all pass on the Rails side, and then it's just jumping into the Java side. But yeah, we need to get to a place. I guess we have that tutorial to follow that we can hopefully get to a place that we can reliably test our stuff on Windows, because although we don't have lots of Windows users beating our door down, I think like for me the Docker is really important to test to make sure it works on Windows, you know.
Yeah, and with that, we should also schedule some time with you to do this week. You're a little bit onto the NHS stuff, but yeah, we can schedule some time later on to look into that.
Yeah, we can see. I think, Leah, I do need to, going into the end of this week and next week, I do need to also see how much time is necessary for me to get ready for this talk so I don't embarrass myself in Agile Ventures. But I know that it gets late there quicker than here, so I can, hopefully have time for some pairing and then then do that stuff afterwards.
Okay.
Just I know you miss me, Mike. We'll get back to pairing.
Yeah, I blame the internet for that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel I'm happy that it seems like you're starting to get events up yourself and start getting pairing sessions organized and all that kind of stuff, while I'm not as active. So that's really good. And ideally, all of us will be organizing more pairing sessions and all that stuff.
Sure.
Cool. So I think that's our Scrum. Yeah, you can see Sam has got the hands going. So it's time for the
traditional. It's hundreds of years old. It's the traditional Japanese after Scrum dance.
So it does sound like Joseph had a blocker that I'm interested in, because Joseph, you were saying that you can't run the test locally. Is that what? Did I understand that correctly?
Yeah, I can run the front-end test, the JavaScript part, but the Ruby part, when I do, what's the command again? I think it's rspec.
It's wiki, wiki. I do dashboard.
Oh,
Sam.
yeah, rake spec.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so when I run that, I get.
Do you mind sharing your screen? Yeah, cool, awesome. So I'm not sure if I've run the test for WikiEdu dashboard. I think I have. Oh, nice.
So this is the.
Oh, yeah. It's difficult to see your font, but.
Chris.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess I should mention that this is the after Scrum, so if people want to grab bagels and stuff. Okay, so what is it telling us?
So Phantom is crashing.
Yes. Okay. Phantom.js has crashed. That's very helpful. Please read the bug reporting at. Have you gone to that bug reporting? HTTPS. Yeah, what happens if you click on that? The content of this page is moved to crash reporting. What happens if you go there? If you're using an official binary via Homebrew, you can post a crash dump to an issue. Okay. You're not using Linux, right?
Yep, I'm not.
So you can skip that Linux part, maybe. Is that the end of the page? No. Okay. OS X. At the moment, the process for obtaining OS X stack traces is not ideal. Oh, that's great. It would be great if someone could work on this. Oh, there you go, Joseph. You found something to do. In the meantime, the following steps can be used to obtain a somewhat useful trace. These steps must be completed on a Linux OS. Oh, that's great. All right. You only need to do steps 1 through 6. So, I mean, is this the same error that you're getting in Circle CI? Do you know how to check the Circle CI?
I usually come and
Yep.
turn my pull request and then.
Yep. There we go. Oh, so it's Travis CI. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know why it failed, but you don't care. So
So it passed one, which is maybe the push, and failed the pull request, maybe. But if you click on that, I mean, it might just need to be. Sometimes there's intermittent failings, you know. So the fact that it passed one and failed the other makes it seem like it might have been an intermittent failure. So our spec looks all good. Everything looks to have passed on our spec. I mean, keep going down, but so far so good. Oh, I saw red. What's that? Displays a list of articles and sort articles by class. Allows instructors to add available article. Allow instructors to remove an available article. Okay. Can you grab that HTML screenshot? One of those? Yeah. What happens if you navigate to one of those?
oh well, I can't cause it.
File was
Wait,
not
did I
found.
copy? I don't think I copied. Did I?
Yeah, I think
It
so.
needs to be home Travis. Okay, yeah, because you
Um,
can't open.
Okay. I mean, if you remove that file in the front, I guess it doesn't make a difference because I think that
You
will.
need the endpoint. Yeah.
Okay. So can you go down a little bit further and see how many failures you actually had? Is it just those three? Like, because I mean, I guess what you could do is go to, you know, what I would probably do. Oh, there we go. So this is what model not found, unable to find model dialog. Okay. All right. All right. That's interesting. So are these already? Okay. So you have the spec features course page spec on like 238, like those in blue there that you have highlighted. I would go. So it looks like you have 3 failures that are all on the course page spec.rb. So I would go to page spec.rb, or maybe, you know, or just run those tests locally and see if you still get the Phantom.js crashing. Like, I mean, maybe we can get to the Phantom.js crashing. Oh, have you started Phantom.js in the background?
Wait, you should start it like manually.
I think so. I mean, I normally, I mean, I'm not sure this project in particular. I don't have a lot of experience working on, but or really any experience working on. But where is Wikiedu dashboard? Let me see if I can find it. So yeah, a lot of times you will start Phantom.js in the background when you're doing before you run those tests. But I would try running those RSpec. I would try running those that are just those specs that are actually failing, and see if those even use maybe those don't even use Phantom.js, because it's not failing. You can see that it's not failing in the same way that that it's failing for you locally, which you know, leads me to believe that everything's okay with the Phantom.js. Maybe we can get back to that in a second. So, and then see if those are failing for you locally in the same way. And then if they are, I think it would be good to go to that course pages spec and just go through the logic of what those actually do, you know?
Yeah.
And then you can try to see if something because you said you did quite a lot of refactoring. So really, you know, before you normally before I push to the remote branch, I will run all the tests locally and see, because sometimes you don't think it will fail some stuff, but it does, and then
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, but I can't run the test for Ruby. But front end is working. The
Yep.
test for front end, but
Oh,
Ruby
cool.
now I can't. No.
Yeah, I mean that's it sounds like most of the stuff you did was front end anyway, so I think I can understand why you would. So here we have did you I don't know if your screen is frozen. Did you try running that spec that's failing?
So you can give it. I can't remember how you are running only the one file.
Yeah, you can. So yeah, that the way that's written, yeah, you would take off that front spec, because and then yeah, I think you need to take out that that space in between spec and features, maybe. So you're running the JavaScript test with Yarn test, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
And everything is passing, which shouldn't be the case, because I haven't finished modifying all the parts, because I did a modification on the diff viewer, this component, and there are like 3 components still using it. So I expected test to fail on those components, but it did not. So
okay, I'll ask about that in a second. So you ran that command and nothing happened, it seems like. So can you replace rake with rspec? Yeah. I sent a link to the group chats that you've probably seen already, but maybe Mike hasn't, or maybe you haven't. Yeah, I guess like for running the full suite of tests, like it says here to run gulp build and then rspec and yarn tests. So I'm not sure if you were running gulp build or not. Maybe you were. But
yeah, I was. It's even running as we speak.
Oh, okay, cool.
So gulp, but I didn't do gulp build. I'm supposed to build. But when you just do gulp, the default is there. Okay, I think so.
I think so. Yeah, I mean that sounds like it. I mean, I know it's kind of like that. If you run yarn instead of yarn install, or bundle instead of bundle install, so it's possible. And Tanita has said hi to us. So, and the rspec started running, or?
Failed.
Yeah, it's not really giving the same kind of output that I normally imagine. Yeah. So there's nothing here that says that that you need to start Phantom Jazz, like I've seen in other projects. So it does say if there are deprecation warnings in the development build of the JavaScript assets, this can cause feature specs to fail. So run gulp build to get the production build, which will not include the deprecation warnings. So I wonder if that has anything to do with it. It is finished though, so
Yeah.
I mean, we could try running it again now that the thing is actually built. Or we could. And maybe you could just run like that line of that one that.
The same one.
Yeah, did you run the whole?
All the.
Yeah, with our spec. No.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I mean, it depends. Like, if you want a faster result, you could run just the test that starts on a certain line, or you can just run all of them and see. I mean, ultimately, you'll need to run all of them. And then, like, I mean, I guess maybe while that's running, maybe you could go to that course page and see if there's anything obvious about is that the one there? Of course, no. No. What's the name of the spec file? Is it course spec?
Oh, you want?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, I think this course.jsx is not. It's not failing, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
So there's that screenshot that I think you would be able to visit because now you're running things locally. So Puma caught this error. Can you go back to the top? No such file directory, user assets, JavaScripts, rev manifest.json. This error occurs when the asset build process has not generated the required rev manifest.json files, which specify the file names of the compiled style sheet and JavaScript files. Run gulp or gulp build and make sure there are no build errors. Okay, well, that gives us more context, right?
Yeah, but currently my gulp build has one error. This one.
Sorry?
But it has to do with barbell.
So there is some errors.
Only one.
Oh, okay, only one error.
And this one. No, this is not even on that. That's yeah. Failed to load external module.
Yeah, I mean, you can maybe you can look to see about that error and see what we can do to get past that. I'm not sure. I haven't seen that error before. Yeah,
So
I probably wouldn't recommend downgrading the Gold version, although it would be interesting to see if the Gold version is 3.91 or not. How long ago is this? This was earlier this year. This is just a warning that Gold failed to load.
sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, but on the next line, it successfully loaded the fallback module Babel register. You could install the Babel core register module to remove the warning, but it's not necessary. So, yeah, I mean, is that the same as, like, I guess you could check to see if the Gulp version is 3.91. You could check to see if it was loaded on the next one. Yeah, I think it was requiring external module Babel register. So maybe that doesn't have anything to do with that. Yeah, 3.91. Interesting. And how many errors are you getting total in that RSpec, that file? Are you getting 3 locally as well, or are you getting more or less?
More. When I run it's going to Phantom JS is going to crash. So
Yeah.
When I do rake spec.
Why are you doing rake spec? Just to try to understand.
That's the command for running the test. I saw it on the documentation.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
where did
it was on the.
Because I'm looking here on that link that I sent you, which is from their docs testing, and the docs testing is like just saying to run RSpec spec features, and then the spec features will run all the model controller integration tests that are found there.
Oh yeah, so.
There, rake spec. Pull request should be passing for both the Ruby test suite rake spec. Oh yeah, maybe it's just I mean I can have a look at what's in that, but yeah, okay. So that's gonna run everything, I think.
Yeah.
Whereas if you run but if you're running an individual test, I think you can just use that this as reference, like RSpec and then spec features and the name of the
file.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like that line there about the server and clients test together, both build, and then RSpec, and then one test will run all of them. I mean, I'm not sure if I can give you an answer in such a short amount of time, unfortunately.
Yeah, I posted there. Maybe someone will see it.
Yeah.
Oh, so at least now my Phantom JS is not crashing.
Yeah, I mean, I would have a bit closer look at the Travis build as well, like go down further than the RSpec tests and check out the Capybara test as well.
Yeah.
Or
Because currently we have 3 tests that are failing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it'd be worth going to all of those places as well and checking if it's the same error. And yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Hopefully you can get past this. And yeah, I mean the people who are more familiar with the project are the people on the channel. So hopefully you can get some help from them as well.
Yeah, I think maybe it's the time did not a week yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, thanks.
I can help you more, man. And I'm sure I'll see you, I don't know, maybe if not later today, tomorrow. Cool. Anything else, Mike? Sam? Image?
Yeah, I think we are good. We just had the issue with the model window, and I think we're going to fix that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess I wasn't talking about that earlier because I didn't understand if that wasn't. It's not a blocker necessarily. It's just something that you need to have a closer look at.
Yeah.
Okay. And I guess there's the RFM meeting later today. You know, probably, I don't know. I don't know for sure if I'm going to be there or not. I've got to check and see what time we get done with the Energy Wiki and if there's some stuff for me to do on that after Sam takes off for the day. And then I need to see what's going on with this talk that I'm going to give. But maybe I'll see you later at that.
Okay, sure.
Oh, Sam's back. Hey, Sam. Sam, did you want to? We didn't get through that blocker Joseph is facing. We did get some clues to maybe why it's happening, and he's posted on the Wikiedu dashboard. And we're just kind of running out of time in the after Scrum. So, and having not been here, I don't think to see. You probably don't have anything to say about that. But did you want to mention anything about the meetup stuff that's going on with Agile Venture?
I think no. We'll save it for another. You and I should get started on the
Okay.
I forgot what it's called, but yeah, the thing that we do. Oh, NHS DevOps Sprint. Yes. Cool.
Awesome. All right, so I'll stop the broadcast. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you.
Okay, sure. Thanks.
Bye.